Hello. Hi. Um, Here, Elvis in the background. Um, this is probably going to be one of the hardest videos I've ever had to make. I tried recording this once before, and I felt myself rambling on and stuff, and this is trying to give it another go. And I tried recording it a couple days ago, but I was wrecked then. But it's important for me as a way of closure, I guess, or something along those lines about I don't even know if you can call it closure, but um when you look at my channel, there's 75 of you subscribed. Thank you for that, by the way. That happened while I was on vacation. Thank you. um the There are two reasons mainly why I made this channel here and why I continue to grow this channel here. Reason number one is to make you guys cool stuff, tell awesome stories, and play the games I want to play, tell the stories I want to tell, and put that out there. The second reason I made this channel is it's kind of like a time capsule in a way. It is a time capsule basically of my life, where I'm at in certain points, the people and friends I've made along the way. It is in those videos that I upload that show me some of the great memories I have, and like this video, not some of the not so great memories. Um, that being said, I feel like it's important to document this. That way I can, anytime I see this video, as I'm scrolling through my content, it's a friendly reminder of a truly great friend. That being said, some of you guys know by the title and the picture, but some of you may have known. I have two birds. Had two birds. One named Elvis, one named Presley, two cockatiels. We got Elvis about 7 years ago, and we got Presley around 5 or 6. Um, and unfortunately, the night of July 5th going into July 6th, Presley unexpectedly passed away. Um, I had we had checked. He was fine about an hour before. He was still tweeting and moving around and stuff, and beeper beeping, and about an hour before. And then went outside, and I went to go check the laundry. And I was debating whether or not to even leave the laundry in the dryer or fold it and put it away. But I was like, you know what? I need to put this stuff away. I just have a feeling I need to put it away. And then I noticed something was wrong when he was at the bottom of his cage. He wasn't gone. He wasn't gone, but he was very weak. I need to first and foremost commend my wife, my amazing wife. She was, you might know her as Wild Shenanigans, or my wife Kayla. She had, while she was very distraught and crying a lot. I hear you, buddy. She somehow still knew exactly what to do and was able to keep him going, keep him breathing, keep him stable, because we thought we lost him for a second. But she kept him going while we brought him to the vet, and we were there for hours. We went to the emergency vet. Before I get into this part of the story, it's that I don't know what my viewers believe, and quite frankly, to me, it doesn't matter what you believe. I have my own belief systems too, but the thing I believe in more than anything is love first. Is to treat people with basic human decency and love. Even if I don't agree with everything that you may do or don't do or whatever, and you may not agree with everything I do and don't do. I'll always greet you with a hi hello, and I'll always treat you with basic human decency as anybody should. Because at the end of the day, we're all human, we're all existing together. Might as well make the most of it, right? So, I don't know what necessarily other people believe. We were hoping for some sort of miracle in this time for him to pull through, because it was very unlikely he was going to. Most of the time, if you own birds, by the time you notice something's wrong and that they're sick and they're really bad off, it's too late, because they hide illnesses very well. It's part of their defense mechanism from prey to hide any issues with illness or anything. So one of the we had a feeling it was going to go the way it did, but we were still hopeful, you know. And we went to this 24-hour emergency vet. The weirdest thing was that this emergency vet typically didn't watch birds. It didn't have an avian vet in, or they had a very limited avian vet personnel, and it just so happened that on this night, 2 people who are big avian specialists were in at the time. And the fact that we had them there at all on that night alone made me feel a little bit more comfortable, because they knew what they were talking about. Secondly, the other thing that I'm grateful for, we were expecting a miracle, and unfortunately the miracle that we wanted for him to pull through didn't happen. But what did happen, and what I'm very thankful for, is for 2 things. Is that he didn't pass away in the cage in front of Elvis and make Elvis like super depressed. He's been beeping and singing for a while now still. Or that we were able to be with him in his final moments. We went and we petted him, and for a brief moment when my wife went up to pet him, his crest still moved. He knew we were there. Got to say all the things that I wish I had more time to say. During this entire ordeal, I didn't cry while there was still the hope that he pulled through, but as soon as the ending came apparent, then that's when I broke. And I've cried a lot since. I set him as my phone background. Right now, he's my phone background. Every time I open it up, I look at him and think about him. They pretty quickly turned around and got his feet prints, which I plan to get tattooed. I plan to get tattooed on my shoulder. And on her shoulder. We got a couple of feathers and his ID band. And I had held him for so long after he had passed. I just held him. He did not like getting pets ever. He didn't like getting scritches. Elvis, I'll pull him out and he will love getting scritches. Presley didn't want anything to do with it. He would hiss at you if you tried to scritch him, but he would kiss you back if you kissed his belly. And you can hear Elvis, if you listen closely, you can hear him doing little kisses in the background. I don't know if you heard that at all. Elvis. Elvis. Okay, I wanted to see if you'd do it. But we had nephews over the weekend, and we ended up going outside in the pool, and ended up looking up in the sky. It was supposed to rain earlier, but it was beautiful blue clouds, and I look up and I see clouds that look like they're in the shape of birds for me. I look over to the corner, and then there's a little bird that's flying around that stops on the vine, on the tree branch. Stares directly at me. For a second, we lock eyes, and then he flies away. My wife was working today, and she was sitting in her computer room right near the front of the house. And she kept hearing this tweeting. And she opened up the window to see a cardinal just sitting right outside, tweeting at her and trying to get her attention. After we got out of the pool, it's gonna sound really weird. After we got out of the pool, my wife gave me a hug, and I held her for a second. I missed him a lot, and I was trying to cry again. And she sniffed my shoulder, and she's like, "You smell like Fritos." And I was like, "So did Presley." And she was convinced that he is probably still right here on my shoulder. That Presley, I told him as he was passing, I said, "This is not goodbye, this is see you later." And I feel him with me regardless of where I've went. I've been able to show him around everywhere because I feel him on my good shoulder. I miss him dearly. He was my best buddy. My wife picked him out, but he picked me out. He would always sing to me. He would always kiss at me. He would always be wanting to come and sit on my shoulder. He would bark at me. And kiss at my feet. He was and always will be my boy. My special baby boy. And I guess the moral of this video, whether it be people or pets or anybody for that matter, anybody that's in your life, you do not know if this will be the last time you say anything to them or see them. So that's why when you are interacting with anybody that's not your own physical person, you have to treat it like it's the last time you'll see them. And I guarantee you that you will enjoy those times just a bit more. Presley, regardless if it's a good time, bad time, scary time, whatever, he always taught me that there was always a song to sing. And I want to pass that information to you guys. No matter what good or bad times you're going through, scary times, there's always a song to sing. Even if you do only know the first part and you can ad-lib your own notes. Love you, buddy. Miss you every day. Thank you guys for indulging me. Videos will be back soon. And I'll see y'all in the next one.